always work through the trilogy. And every religion works with, an aspect of God that comes through the trilogy in one way or the other. And part of it is because that's the active principle when it comes into number, comes into form, and the way you manifest things. That's why Tesla, when he did things, if he went out for a walk, he walked around the block 3 times. If he had a napkin, he had 3 of them at his plate. He understood that he played with that metaphor again and again and again and again on the external, so that when he created, he was in that mode of creation to always work with, that aspect of reality. That's why I have on the cliff up there 3 places where it's collecting the energy from up on that higher ridge, where I'm bringing it down that one leg. And what's happening up there is a large a mind over here that this is all focusing on, focusing south, which if you look out the window, it's on top of this mesa right here. And you see this other dip right here in the landscape. You see, that's the entry point. That fold actually moves over to our right and comes out in a cliff down on the other part of our property, about half a mile away or so. You see, this is the focal point. This is the entry point down here into the grid system of the planet. And all of the sandstone that's mined in this area, where the whole university is built out of sandstone that comes from the top of this mountain. And for some reason, this is the way all of this is orienting the energy, moving it toward the south. Oh, there's one where I took a picture of a form and I climbed up into a tree. I take off and climb up there and tie them in. And this is part of a bigger picture that I was sharing with you earlier. They both align with this, and from this point on the cliff, this is the cliff overlooking our property. It goes down into, there's a set of 4 rocks. These rocks are like 12 feet high. There's one rock here, here. There's a diamond shape created down there with those rocks, and another vortex where I have forms in the middle of that. And I have, you can see how big those rocks are. And they concave toward each other. And there's some that curve up where you can collect the energy and lie on them and work with those rocks. You can see some of them are very big, and they're pointing up toward, here's that hole in the side of the mountain where I have forms in there, and down there at an intermediary point. This cliff is probably, it may be a little more granite than sandstone. Here's a 5-sided pyramid with a pentagonal base that aligns with that to help ground the energy. There it is looking west toward Longs and Meeker in the background. And this particular mountain that I've climbed to the top of and work with the energy as it aligns in another place back here.